From what I've heard and from Mr. Harper's remarks, like all former politicians, it's an exercise in self-justification. I find it amusing that he apparently casts himself as a populist conservative. I must have missed that weekend. I mean, to me, he was a very hands-down, autocratic, pretty incurious person who, if he embraced populism, it was near the end of his time, and it was the barbaric practices snitch line. It was that sort of ugly turn at the end of his long career, in which he seemed to embrace populism. He spent most of his time in office tamping down the more socially conservative impulses, the cultural resentment that John speaks about. That was and he was very very top down and autocratic.
Okay, in the spirit of bipartisanship, let's move on to Jean Chretien. He also has a book coming out soon, and in it he talks about Donald Trump, and he's not kind to the U.S. president.
Well, I was amused. I find him really amusing. He also self-justification. That's what they're all about, really. Former politicians. I think he's aged better actually than Mr. Harper. I also think that his comments about Trump probably resonate a great deal with the Canadian with way more people than Harper's musings do. Harper's got a fierce fan base. A lot of people who respect him and admire him still. Jean Chretien has his critics for sure, but in a funny way, I think Chretien is more populist than Harper ever was or ever will be, because Chretien knows how to speak the language of ordinary people. He's anecdotal, he's amusing, and he always comes back to this sensible solution. You know, Francois Legault's attack on minority rights in Quebec. You know, Chretien's argument is basically, relax, it'll all resolve itself. Quebecers are not hateful people. I think he's probably right. And anyway, so I found him more interesting, his musings more interesting than Mr. Harper's.